moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the baseline is about to begin. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. And he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. That was a fake smile. That's a real smile. You know the difference between a fake smile and a real smile. But yeah, hey, what's cooking? Let me make sure everything's running right. We think like we've never done this before. Good morning. Louie's sleeping on my lap. I'm going to have to pick him up here. Hunter's at the vet. That dang dog, I tell you what, he, good morning, everybody. Dang, I'm 2 strikes already. Shelly messaged me, thank goodness. I hit the wrong mute button. I didn't turn the countdown timer off, and I didn't hit the audio. What is up with that? Man, you know, it's so weird, too. You ever have these days that, like, the minutes fly by? I swear, it's like I'm working on the computer, it's 9 o'clock. I'm like, all right, we got, 19 minutes. And next thing you know, it's like 9:13. I go over there and make coffee. It's 9:18. And then my Alexa goes off because we still have, if you guys are diehards, remember the day that we set our Alexas to set an alarm at 9:19? Well, mine still goes off at 9:19 every day, even on the weekends. Mm-hmm. So I'm over there making coffee. I'm like, man, it just went from 9:18 to 19. But anyway, all I was saying, first off, was good morning. It's Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. We got that squall line we're going to talk about. It's still ripping through the southeast here. Very sexy squall line. Loretta Reed, good morning. Oh, God, now we're talking about Hunter again. Damar Hamlin, yes. Mark Hall, man. I have to tell you a story about that on Monday night. Oh, my God. Hunter has got another allergy outbreak, we're hoping. I don't want to have to give him the surgery for the nose. A lot of Frenchies have small nasal passages, and he just has such a hard time breathing. And he gets a little bit of allergies, and it really gets bad. And it was bad yesterday. I take him outside, and he's amazing. Like, a little bit of humidity, and he just breathes good. In fact, I just got an Amazon delivery just now I bought a humidifier. I'm gonna put a. This is how weird I am. I'm gonna put a humidifier next to where they sleep, over here on their bed, and I think it's gonna help them because he needs a little moisture, And but anyway, we're gonna give him a bath, and we kept a Christmas shirt on him a little too long. The vet was thinking maybe he got some sort of a skin issue. Then when I took the shirt off a couple of days ago, man, he went scratching like. You know how you get an itch? And you just scratch. Well, anyway, he scratched himself a lot, so they're going to try to calm that down. But anyway, Louie's okay. I was talking about Louie's skin, and Louie's skin, he's been blessed because we figured out, we've done a lot of allergy tests with Hunter, and we can't figure out what's causing him. But Hunter, or Louie here, we figured him out early, and he's amazing, man. Look at this dog, man. Why can't we get him marketable? Telling you, man, why doesn't somebody like Miller or I think my new best friend's going to be Jim Beam because we're doing the Gulf Coast Jam and hanging out with the ABC crew next Monday, and I'm going to maybe Jim Beam needs a dog. Does this dog look like a Jim Beam dog? Look at this. I mean, marketing. See, I went to school for marketing. I went to USF, right? When you need to chill. Dude, Jim Beam, if you're listening, the whole idea of whiskey is chilling out, right? So when you need to chill like Louie. Put your Jim Beam on. Be like Louie and chill. Anyway. All right, good morning. Let's say hi to some folks. We're going to talk about the weather. Not a lot of stuff cooking. As I mentioned here a second ago, big shout out to ABC, and we were going to talk football. Monday night, I was watching the game too, and had no idea what was going on. I was surprised by Julie and Sarah came down. We go to the varsity club, and we were watching the Penn State game, and place was erupting full of Penn State fans. It was nuts in there. And then football started. I had no idea what was going on. We saw that there was something, on the field, but we weren't paying attention. I didn't really know till I was going home how bad it really was. But hopefully he's doing well. And that was a wild Monday night. Sad Monday night. But it went from highs to lows. But anyway, we got home and caught up with all the news on that, and hopefully it's hopefully he'll be okay. But anyway, let's talk about the weather. Louie. So got some exciting stuff. So Monday I get to hang over with the ABC crew. They're doing a big convention there, and I get to do one of my weather presentations. And I'll sneak peek. I meant to do it Monday, and I forgot. But I'm working on a brand new slide that I'm going to be able to use during our cruise too. I'm doing a presentation on our cruise. But I'm excited about that. Heading over to ABC, they got a big management retreat going on. I get to speak about weather and do one of my little presentations about things I'm really excited about. It'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be over in Orlando on Monday, so look forward to meeting all the crew there and all the big dogs in the weather interested alcohol industry. Shelly, that's amazing. 204,000 people. Yeah, and he looks like a really cool dude too, man. I started seeing videos how humble he was or is. The videos of him and his mom, and it was a big tearjerker, no doubt. Hugging his mom before the game. Head up, Louie. All right, so here's the squall line. Good morning, Mark Hall. Let's say hi to some folks. Kitchen, my GHC connection. How you doing down south? Happy New Year. Jim Beam Devil's Cut. Harold, I'm there, man. I think Jim Beam would be an excellent fit for Mike's weather page. I would switch from JD to JB because Emily wants to go to D2 school, of course, and that sponsorship would go very, very purposely towards that. So anyway, man, this squall line, three days now. I did. Hey, Richard Reamer, good morning. I see him on YouTube. Yeah, I did hear about that rescue helicopter crash. I did see a video of that. Tampa Bay, they were out on jet skis, and that was a feel good story for sure. Hey, Dina from Charlotte. I got an aunt that lives in Charlotte. Beautiful city. What are you looking at? Your brother's not here. Just me and you, buddy. Harold says he's still on respiratory. Well, hopefully his vitals are good. Rockin'. Mike Souls in Hudson. Man, Hudson, I don't think there's a lot to do up there, man. Pasco County isn't too... I lived in Pasco County. I can say it's not too exciting. Head over towards 56 and 54, State Road 54, towards the interstate. There's a lot of new restaurants over that way. There's actually a few on the water that are pretty good, too. Actually, I would stay in the water. Go a little bit south. There's a couple good water joints. I think one's called Whiskey Joe's. There's a Hooters on the water. And right next to Hooters, there's, because everybody loves Hooters. I love Hooters. Louis likes Hooters. It's not a very big Hooters. It's a little Hooters, but little Hooters are just as good as big Hooters. They have the same stuff. But seriously, go south a little bit on US 19, and there's a couple good places on the water right off of US 19. Chasing storms, Chris and Katrina, yep. Shelly, yep, D2, hopefully. There's a couple good D2s here locally. We got UT and Eckerd College really close. She wants to stay home. So, Shelly Mason says she has shrimp. So, anyway, good morning. By the way, this is our Daily Brew. During the tropics, obviously, this is a spot to, we talk tropics a lot. The wintertime's a little slower. Chris, yeah, good point. Big Storm has a spot off 54 too. Yep, around Duck Slaw or something. Terry Murphy, I don't know. I keep looking down. I don't know if anybody has the same problem I do, but I the only pills I take are cholesterol pills, and I got the bottles in front of me, and I cannot remember day to day if I took them or not. I go days sometimes, and I'm like, I think I took them. I'm looking at them right now, and I'm like, did I take them this morning or not? Now I can't remember. I got the water cup over here. Oh, and by the way, I got a Red Bull. It's a Red Bull kind of morning. Let's crack open a Red Bull, and let's talk about weather. Corrine from South Carolina. Yep, tornado watch. So this line is going to produce possible tornadoes from the Panhandle all the way up to South Carolina until 2 p.m. We got a tornado watch. It's been a really busy 3 days with weather. These big dips in the jet stream has been like springtime weather all through winter so far. And we actually have cool weather coming. We're going to talk about that. A lot of flash flooding, though, unfortunately, in South Carolina, Georgia right now. The big story's out west. California. I got to take the sticker off here. Look at that. The memories. My mom. We had to watch the... look at the date on that. I'm going to keep it. New Year's Day. I'm going to put it right here as a memory. I'm going to stick it right here on my desk. We had to watch the Bucks game at the ER with my mom. She's doing really good, by the way. But there. Now it's permanently attached as a memory. Me, my mom, and Dad watched the Bucks game on Sunday. That's why I had this picture up. Football and beer, enough said. From our good friends from ABC. But watching the Bucks game from the ER. Imagine that. The same hospital that Sarah was born in 13 years ago. Helen Ellis. Things go in circles, right? NASCAR goes in circles. You know what else goes counterclockwise? Hurricanes. Now I know why I like hurricanes. Counterclockwise. NASCAR, counterclockwise. Hurricanes in NASCAR, right? Counterclockwise. Anyway, Cliff, there you go, buddy. I know, weekly pillbox. I know. That's just too easy. I could order one right now. I probably should. But then how do you remember to refill them? Is that like a Sunday tradition? Thank you, Mary Krause. Yeah, Mom's doing good. Her spirits are great. Just, getting old. I need an old man box. What's up, Mountain to Sea Ministries? Sipping on. This is how you know you're old. Look at. This is how you know you're old. Look. You got your coffee. Need my Louie in the morning, which you can buy on our merch site. I got a big old cup of water and Red Bull and a C7 light bulb. Why do I have a C7 light bulb on my desk? Well, because we have lights on the back porch and a couple of them burned out. So dummy me ordered C9 light bulbs because I didn't really Google the difference between C7 and C9. So now if anybody needs a box of C9 light bulbs and you live around me, come by and get them because I ain't going to waste my time mailing them back to Amazon. They do too much for me to worry about it. So one day I'll end up needing C9 light bulbs. Anyway, all right. So anyway, this is a little cold front. NASCAR, Mike E. Heck yeah, man. What's up, Mr. Eric? Mr. Green Dodge Mopar. Mr. Conehead. Anyway, so we got tornado watches up. There is cool air coming behind this. Not crazy cold like Christmas time, but Friday night we are going to get cold air. People ask me about Florida. Let's go into that. But in reality, here's the problem for Florida. We got a big high pressure right now going on, right? This high pressure is going to dry out our system. So how far south this gets in the peninsula, I think it's going to peter out right around Interstate 4. So yes, we did say peter out, and we did talk about Hooters. And Shelly, your links are not showing because it's but I'll unhook it. Anyway, good morning. There, Mikey, I love it, man. NASCAR's coming. I'm excited about Haley Deegan, man, getting a little more action. Hopefully she gets some chance to show her stuff. I think she's got good talent. All right, so check it out. Let's talk about Future Radar first. Let's get right into it. I'm a chit-chatty mood today. I didn't have any plan today to talk about anything. I got most of my Christmas stuff down. I love watching Reed Timmer. I think Reed and I are a lot alike. And I'm so happy I got to meet him. And he respects what I do. And it's really humbling because those are the big dogs, obviously. He's a PhD Met. But he's a cool dude. And you know who else is a cool dude? Is Jim Cantori. A lot of people don't know that. Jim Cantori is really cool, laid-back, craft beer drinking weather dude. What I love about Jim Cantori is, and I told him this at Daytona, I respect him madly because, yes, he's on TV all the time, but what you don't know, I usually wake up around 4:30, 5 o'clock. I lay in bed and check Twitter and, get going. That's why some days I post at 6 o'clock. I try not to post before 6 because they don't get a lot of engagement, so it's kind of like a waste. I'm like, I gotta wait. But anyway, Cantori posts nonstop, 24/7, 7 days a week, and he doesn't have to, but he does, and he kind of does. He kind of talked about it like kind of me in a sense. He likes to kind of get an idea of what's happening in the weather world in the morning. So he tweets a lot. But I love his passion. It's a genuine passion. It's real. People ask me, what's he like? I'm like, well, he's a real dude. I mean, we're all real dude. Hey, Katie Haley. Yeah, Shelly and I talk about Reed all the time. He's good, though. He is his own character. He's a big Flex Seal guy. What's up, Cindy from Sun City, Florida? I believe both leave us in the car during storm chasing. Did you guys see the video I did? I just did a that Hurricane Ian footage that I had. I'm telling you, it was intense. I mean, I had the sound clips that coincided with some of the video, so I've been really working hard on matching the audio from that specific time frame, and it's been a lot of work, but it's almost done. I got a 30-minute video I'm doing on my chase. You know, we were down in it, and it was intense, man. It was intense. We're gonna look at the future radar here. So the big news, obviously, today is tornado. Let me touch on one more thing real quick before we get into the future radar. So the big news out west, we don't really have a lot of people. There's a dude named Mike. I don't know how I remember stupid. Well, Mike, you're not stupid. You know what I mean. I don't know how I remember weird things. No, you're not weird, Mike. I don't know how I remember. There's a guy. I think it's Mike Sheldon, wasn't there? I don't know. There's a guy from California pops in time for time. Hey, Darcel, right? Good morning from North Carolina. I know where that's at. We talk about that. But there's a big weather event happening in California. And you're like, well, why are you going to talk about California? Well, because there's a really good chance of some history-making flash flooding today. There's a big low-pressure system that's setting off the coast, and a big tail. I don't know if I can find any good satellite of it. Satellite's hard to find out there. We might be able to. But anyway, big rains are falling in California, just coastal today. But there could be some big-time mudslides, and you're going to hear it. Well, you're going to hear about it. It's going to be history-making today. There's, you know, they can't handle that much rain. A lot of structures are on here's the tail that low. We can get a kind of good look at what's happening. Are we already getting geocolor? Oh, it's not. It's still dark out there. But anyway, so there's a big low way out here. But this tail is going to be whipping in. They call it an atmospheric river because sometimes they call it a Pineapple Express because it sometimes connects to Hawaii. But there's just a big low, and this big old tail is just going to be driving moisture into California today. That's it. I mean, a big low, 950 pressure low expected, and you can probably see it on Tropical Tidbits here. Let's go to the Pacific. I never click on. Oh, that's not the right Pacific. I don't even know what Pacific we can look at. I never look at Pacific. All right, let's look at Western U.S. Well, here you go. You can kind of see it. Let's look at the moisture. So here's our low, 950, 960 low, but this tail is going to be coming into. This is California, by the way, right here. This is California. If you can't make out the map, that's California. There's Las Vegas. Party time. Anyway, there we go. Big rains out west today. All right, let's go back to what's happening here. All right, so here's future radar. Cheers to that. Tim, Matt Devitt, he's great, man. Harold, Matt Devitt, I think his name is. Somehow we became internet friends, man. I don't know how I get so blessed with these big dog meteorologists. Matt lives in Cape Coral, and they got hit by Ian. They had to evacuate the studio. They actually got hit by Ian and flooded. They're apparently, I don't know, but they were doing their broadcast. I guess they still were streaming. Local Met said the West Coast jet stream 200-mile-an-hour winds. Holy moly. Let's take a look at that. I want to get into that. We're just going to be all over the place today. Let's check out the old jet stream, Mr. Chris. How's old Chris doing, man? You have a good Christmas, Mr. Chris, with your kids? Hope so. I don't know if we can check out the jet stream. I don't know. We've never really looked at out west. Oh, you think you had a jet stream? Well, we got one on my site too. Let's take a look at it. Nah, I don't know. I really don't have a good jet stream. Here's a good jet stream animation. This one's wild. This one actually, I got links to my site I don't even know I have. Look at this site. It's so cool, man. I'm just spinning around the earth. Taking a trip. Oh, yeah, there's a jet stream. Look at that. There you go. There's Hawaii. There's Gilligan. So there's your jet stream. Woof, pushing that moisture across the Pacific. Man, the dates are messed up. It said 4/1/23. I'm looking down here. It's 1/4. That looked like April 1st. 4/1. It's actually 1/4. Anyway, all right. So we got severe storms. We know that. All right. So the only thing different today than was yesterday, we don't have a hatched area set up. It doesn't mean anything. Tornadoes are tornadoes. Here's a current look at satellite. Pretty healthy looking squall line. Now, look at this thing. It's just amazing, man. Look at that. Just bubbling out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Very, very, very. Look at the high resolution here. It's just amazing. I mean, you can see shadows. Let's go back here to static imagery. We can go to 2424. That's as large as it's going to go. Look at the lightning. All right, but look at the resolution on this. This is intense. These are bubbling cloud tops right now, currently. What's really intense is the lightning. Check this one out. These are your lightning imagery that's showing current lightning. And those are current lightning strikes. So across Panama right now, it's happening. Near Tallahassee, upper panhandle. I got a cool lightning map here we can turn on. Here comes the garbage man. I hope I put the garbage out. Do you ever miss the garbage day and it's like the worst thing ever? Because then you get let's see if I can turn it up here. Oh, shocking. So here's the current lightning. Hey, Cape what is it? Cape San Plos? I don't know if I always say the name wrong. But this I hung out. Remember? It was Fred. Storm chasing Fred. Went through Apalachicola. My buddy Mr. Sullivan. Apalachicola. Of course, that's where we met Tyler and his family at Scallops Cove. There's Panama City Beach, just past through Panama City. Panama City. So that's happening. There's Tallahassee. It's on your doorstep. Big lightning. Going through Albany right now. Not Atlanta. All right. Future radar. So here's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at this future radar. It's going to fizzle out. So throughout the day today, obviously we're about right here now, Tallahassee. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. There you go. So as the day goes on today, here's your line. It's coming. All you got to do is look at radar today. But it's deceiving because you see it out there and you're like, what's going to happen? Well, here's what's going to happen. By tonight, this is early afternoon. So by early afternoon, it's going to be reaching Jacksonville, Savannah, Charleston. Oh, Julie made it to Dodge. I just got a text from Dodge getting her oil changed. All right, so here's an early afternoon. We're going to be reaching Jacksonville, Savannah, Charleston. But, I just fast forward to the future. Darn it, I just showed the end. Anyway, so big question is this. Boom. All right, look, this is what happens tonight. It's 6 p.m. tonight. All right, so by this evening, it might reach the Outer Banks. Might reach down in Ocala. Might be sitting right off the coast of Tampa Bay. But look what happens. That high pressure dries it out quick. I mean, God, those are so close. It's like the dude with the dollar bill, right? He's like, you got it, you can get it. You're like so close. And then it fizzles. I don't know what happens there. Obviously, we got dry air coming in from the high pressure system. But it just loses it. I mean, So we'll see how much it gets down into Florida. Oh, that's Georgia. I love Georgia. Florida. Georgia. So we'll see what it does. It just. I mean, God, they're gonna be sitting on our doorstops. This would be 8 p.m. tonight. We're gonna be out in the boat. This is gonna be one of them days that I take the boat out. People are gonna be like, "What are you doing?" First, you're supposed to go out New Year's. Obviously, I was at the hospital, so the girls told me we could go out tonight because Julie's off. So we're gonna go to Bahama Breeze. But this is 6 p.m. tonight, 7 p.m. tonight. And it just fizzles out. I don't know how, I-4, man, there's like a freaking force field right across I-4, right? It just stops. Everything happens with I-4. Look at that. Where'd it go? Where did you go? Where did it go? Where did you go? It's just gone. So, that's it. Maybe tomorrow, all right, so obviously overnight it loses punch, right? The boundary's still there, the frontal boundary. Overnight fizzles out. So they are talking about a little resurgence tomorrow, the backside of the front. So this is tomorrow morning. Now I teased this yesterday or Monday, I forget, but I did post that we could see some storms Thursday morning for Central Florida, and it's still showing up. So it does get a little bounce back in the morning tomorrow. So we could see some storms trying to get through the state tomorrow. This is that front. The front is going to make it through the state. So the big question is, you're going to see the squall line and radar today, and you're going to be like, oh my God, it's coming. But then it's like, does it fizzle out? It's hard to believe if it fizzles out. But anyway, this is overnight, and then we get a little secondary pop tomorrow morning. So Thursday we could see a resurgence of the front showing up and making its way through the state of Florida. So this is tomorrow. So say, Orlando is tomorrow morning. Shelley, Cape Canaveral, down Sarasota, Manatee, could try to make its way south towards Eric. I know everybody. It's like Romper Room. Anybody watch Mr. Rogers? And they might make it down to Kitchen and Yohel. That's What's up, Josh? Yeah, I-4. I hate I-4, Josh. What happened to the good old days, man? Remember that slow curve going east on Interstate 4? Does anybody remember this? It used to be the military. I think it was the Marine. The Ford statue, where they're putting the flag up. I can't remember. No disrespect, but I love the image, But they had a statue out on Interstate 4 with the flag, and it was always lit up. And you make that slow curve going eastbound, and I always saw it, big trees. Now I think there's a shopping center there, That was always my mile marker of like, it's cool. We're getting halfway home. It was somewhere here in Lakeland. Actually, it was east. I think it was east of Lakeland. But anyway, it was fun for a while. Interstate 4. Yeah, it's not fun anymore. All right, so there's your frontal line. All right, so they are talking about a little bit of storms tomorrow. Nothing too severe. It's going to be losing some punch. Here's tomorrow's forecast from the Storm Prediction Center. This is the morning squall line, light green. Not expected any severe thunderstorms. Could be isolated. I still think tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up to storms here in Tampa. A little bit of storms. Nothing big, but enough that, Chris, there you go, buddy. Yep, there you go. That's right. Very cool statue. You got spinach. Hey, Mike, I just talked about you, Mike. Mike, were your ears burning, Mike? I got your name. I almost got your name right. It's so weird. I don't see like 4 comments, so I just looked at make sure. We're just talking about California, and I mentioned you. We talked about the atmospheric river coming in and how severe it could be today with flash flooding out west. Very, very intense rainfall expected over a short time out west. Let's take a look at that. I might be able. We can get it a little closer. Let's look at California. Take a look. I love chips. My God, man. My favorite show on the planet was chips. Here's some of the latest forecasts. You can just see it swirling in. Like I said, there's a low pressure down in the 950s, 960s, out in the open Pacific, but it's pulling up moisture, big tail, and it's going to be coming up into California. And the way that this low is, it's why it's only coastal. It's because it's coming up at an angle like this. So it's not really even making much inland effects, but it's going to swipe the coastline as it passes by. But as far as rains go, you can see this accumulation just boom, boom, boom. You know, this actually lasts through the week too. It's going to be a couple days, but this is California. It's hard to see, but 2, 3, 4, 5 inches across the coast. This is kind of hard. Looks like it's more central north. But it's a big deal out west because, hills and a lot of stuff's built on hills and mudslides. And oh my God, what is up with that? There's another one coming. Jeez. Oh, that's 15 days out. No, that's not 15 days out. It's only a week out. God, there's another system coming out that way. I did read about back-to-back systems out west. That could be really bad out west if we get two systems like that back-to-back. Back-to-back. I really can't see. Well, we can just go right here. So we got the first one. Oh, there's the second one. Oh, just constant. You guys are... For the next week, there's just rounds of systems coming in, man. Look at that. Just bam, 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 bam. So, Mr. Mike, you got a lot of lows whipping up. Man, there's a lot of moisture coming, man. This next week is going to be intense. Lots of rain. I mean, look at this. Oh my God! Look at this 7-day rain map here. Central Northern California, man. You're talking about a foot plus of rain in a week, multiple rounds. That's not good at all. Wow! Look at 10-day. Jeez, that's I mean, this is like. Look, there's a state. I mean, wow, that's a lot of rain. Very much so. What's up, Miss Bobby? Bobby Blobby. Tornado watch, Lady Ella. Yes, I know. So, I always say days like today are just looking at your radar. You're going to get a lot of tornado warnings that aren't actual tornadoes. They're radar Doppler indicated because they detect rotation, spinach. Let's see if I can pull up my radar scope here. I haven't pulled it up in a while. It's not popping up in my windows. Here it is. All right. So let's take a look at what's going on. I feel like Ryan Hall now. Ryan Hall sits there and watches the radar the whole duration. He wasn't live yesterday, though. I don't know where he was. People are like, we need him. All right. So let's zoom in here to Tallahassee. And there you go. Why did I bounce back? I don't know. Come on. Let's go back to Tallahassee. There you go. All right. Now we can click this. I can't always forget which one's which. All right, there we go. So days like today are radar friendly. You just got to look at radar. You'll know when that squall line's coming, basically. You put it in rotate, animation. What do they call that? Anyway, but there you go. It's, pulling up moisture from the Gulf. A lot of severe thunderstorm warnings, obviously. These are all yellow boxes. They're severe thunderstorm warnings going on right now. I mean, it doesn't get much clearer than that. I mean, you really can't. When you got a squall line this pronounced, you just kind of watch it happen in real time. You can zoom in on vorticity and start to zoom in a little bit more on areas that could be, looking like rotation. But it's cool to put them side by side because you can see the watches and warnings. Pulgus. Never even heard of that town. Where the hell's that at? Pulgus. But you got a storm coming. That's, not really looking like rotation. Here's Apalachicola. Port St. Joe. Right here, you can see Port St. Joe, Apalachicola getting big storm. I know there's somebody watching right now in Apalachicola. Here's the line. There's Apalachicola right here. But Tallahassee getting the first line. There's another line coming behind it. Hopefully usually the second line is not as strong as the first line because the first line stabilizes the atmosphere a little bit. So you always watch for more of the supercells out in front of the main line. These are the ones that have the most heat and moisture and dew points to work with. And let's go to Georgia radar. There's Georgia. A little more pronounced than Georgia now. Dublin. I got a buddy that lives in Dublin. Dublin, not Dublin. Dublin, outside of Macon. Well, we do got a tornado warning here heading towards Columbia. Right here, close to Leesburg, Batesburg. Tornado warning. I see that signature-wise, it doesn't look. I mean, there's a little pocket right here, but it might have had a brief moment that it had some rotation in it. But these are the squall. This type of setup right here. This is the tight little squall lines that really you see them coming. I mean, it's dry air out front, and then you got this squall line. And if you're living in Windsor or Williston, Blackville, if you look to your west, you'll see this really massive shelf cloud rolling in. The storms. And there's a lot of lightning with the storms, too. But let's go back to Florida. And this is a little more broken up. But we are getting, why did my cities disappear? What's going on? Oh, here we go. So there you go. It's through Apalachicola, and that's what it looks like. And we'll be pulling up storms throughout the day. And Perry's, it's coming next. Been to Perry a bunch. This little stretch right here, there's like no gas stations on 19. You better get gas before you hit that stretch, because one time I about ran out. I was like -3 miles to empty, and somehow I coasted into the Perry gas station one time. So anyway, Loretta Reed, thank you. Good morning. Maria, how you doing? Tsunami. We don't want no tsunami. What's up, Jeff? Jeff, foggy day in Wilmington? Yep. Man, you guys are getting a little fogged. Always muggy out ahead of these approaching systems when we've had this warm spell. But we do have cool weather. Let's talk about that real quick. Then I'm gonna preview my ABC slide a little bit. Eric, yeah, since 2011, that's crazy. I remember we bought Radar Scope one time on our live. I didn't even know that they had a desktop version. I love it. I got, I bought I didn't comb my hair today, so I just put a hat on, my Lodging Solutions hat. Great people, by the way. They've been big supporters of our page for years, and it takes a lot of support, and we really appreciate it. They're good people. Don't ask for a lot, and just Always been there helping support, which is great. Huge company. But let's talk about the radar. I'll pull them up here. Just pull their website up. There you go. Bolton Holdings. So my truck, I got a tablet that I bought, and I got it on a suction mount. And when I do storm chase, I leave it on radar scope the whole time. And it really helps a lot, man. You know, you got to know where the storm's coming. You know, where you're at. It's got a location marker, which is great. You know, it's very important. And it tells you current watches and warnings. You can spot rotation. Vorticity is the best thing ever because you can actually see spin in the atmosphere. But anyway, so let's take a look at the cool weather coming. Squall line pumping out some big lightning. But we got cool weather coming. Friday night. Here's what we got. Southeast. Let's just focus in on the southeast. Everybody else is used to cold weather. We only get excited down here because we don't get it very often. Cold weather, that is. All right, so here we go. Cool weather Friday morning. Already here. Blues are 50 degrees. These are low temperatures. Now look at Saturday. Boom. All right. So Friday night, Saturday morning, 39 Tallahassee, 39 Perry. We can talk about Perry. 48 for Tampa, Friday night. We're going to see 50s all the way down to Fort Myers and Naples. 60s for the southeast Florida. Freezing temps down through Georgia, northern Georgia, Alabama. Not like Christmas time cool down, but it's still pretty cold. Not a lot of wintry weather. Sorry about that. Gatlinburg still staying. Could be some flurries Thursday night and a Friday morning. We'll look at that for you if you got anybody staying up there. But it'll be cool. This is, you know, it's the lows. It'll warm up. But, you know, here's Sunday morning about the same. High temperatures. Let's see what it looks like on Saturday. 72 in Orlando. Interstate 4. For Saturday, everything north of Interstate 4 is in the 60s for high temperatures. So that's a legitimate cool front, right? These are high temperatures. No 80s. It was 80 yesterday here. It was awful. But your high temperatures for Saturday are 60s above the red line and 70s below the red line. All weather is controlled by Interstate 4. And Sunday, it starts to warm back up. And kind of stabilizes a little bit. We really don't have anything big coming down for a while. Let's look at the snow forecast for Gatlinburg area. There was a little chance I was going to go up there and try to get some snow for Emily, but this is nothing, man. There's nothing. There's no snow. Maybe up through West Virginia at higher elevations, but it's just nothing. Terrible. Cold, but no snow. There's just nothing coming. This is the 13th. I don't know what's going on there. But see, then it ain't on the G. You can't go far. You can't go too far. And you can't go past. You can't go past 5 days. You can't go past even 4 days in winter weather maps. I've learned. There's just so many factors on moisture and dry air because it's all dry air. It's all. I mean, when you get these big cold fronts, when you have dry air, you don't get snow. It's just simple facts of life. You don't get it. And when there's no moisture in the air, you don't get anything. If you want, here you go. Look, This is Thursday. So, I mean, that is about as bone dry as you can get. This is the moisture map. Humidity map probably be about the same. That was about southern as it gets. Be about the same. But there you go. Look, I mean, it is showing a little moisture maybe in the mountains, but, you know, there's your dry line going through Florida. This is your frontal line passing through, bringing down that cold air. I don't know. Maybe the Euro is showing a little moisture. It looks like it might have showed a little bit of... No, nothing. So I saved a trip. There's nothing showing up. Moisture. Nothing. Nothing. Nada. Alright, so let's take a look at my new slides here. Let's see what I got. So, let's see. I did some new stuff here. I did a lot of work on this presentation. I don't want to sneak peek it. But I changed a lot. This is a good one. I need to prepare myself. Fascinating data on Ian. Spaghetti models. What happened with Ian? What's up, Trent Hogg? I saw your picture the other day from Troubled Waters Brewery, man. October 17th, a couple years ago. So, Ian made landfall 9/28. But look at 9/21. 9/21. 7 days out. Look at the European ensembles here. Look at the cluster. Hone it in on Florida, West Coast, South Florida. This was on 9/21. 9/21. Whoa! Does that every time. GFS, forget about it. 9/22. Look, this red circle is the GFS. But look at the spaghetti models on 9/22. Then something happened. 9/24. Look at what happened. All the models shifted. There wasn't even one spaghetti model showing South Florida. I always talk about the windshield wiper effect. They always kind of wiggle back and forth, and they end up kind of where they all began. Allman Brothers, back where it all began. So on 9/25, over here, spaghetti models came out. And we did have a couple of them that turned into ultimately landfall. But we also had a lot of them in the panhandle. That forced the NHC to shift the track. I think this was on Saturday. And that center line, all of a sudden, now was pointing towards northern Florida. However, there was still a little line. The outside edge was still pointing into, Fort Myers area, Punta Gorda. And the NHC reminds everybody that the center line can go anywhere in this circle. And if the eye was here, which it was, the effects are far-reaching, not the line. And that's so confusing for people. So the track, the cone was okay, but everybody just thought, oh my God, it's going to be a panhandle storm. And look, it even included Mobile. So that was crazy. But the point of this whole slide was that we get this windshield wiper effect. And the same thing happened with Irma. We had this wiggle wobble back and forth, and they all kind of ended up back again. So there was a lot of emphasis on this GFS, which was the outlier. 9/22. The GFS is way up here, HMON way up here, but look at the majority of them down here. But It was included in this cone, which really got people off guard, I'm afraid, down south. Down south. So, anyway. All right. Anyway. Rosie, yep. Thank you, Rosie Crump. Appreciate your 3-year badge. Feeling a little more human today. Sourdough, Orlando. It's a weird deal. So Orlando today might get a little bit of late afternoon, more evening, not afternoon, evening, 7, 8 p.m. Might get a little bit of rain. And it looks like in the morning there's going to be a secondary pop from the cold front. So more than likely, you're going to get a little bit tonight, and you might get a little bit in the morning. Not a lot, just a little bit. Chris, correct, this humidity is terrible. I've been putting up Christmas lights. All I got now is one tree left. It's got a bunch of... I hate it when I wrap tree limbs. I mean, it's the coolest thing ever. But it's a pain in the butt to unwrap them. I almost cut the cord on one yesterday. I was so frustrated. I'm like, I'll just eat the $10 and cut the damn thing. But I did it. I unraveled it. I was bound and determined to unravel one strand of lights. And I got up on the roof, got that over with. So I haven't put the stuff in the attic yet, but that's a different day. Oh, and I got to pick Hunter up here. Don't let me forget. They close at noon today. Brew Crew subscribers, yes. Don't forget, guys and gals. I'm going to push it a little bit more this year. We have a lot of supporters that are paid supporters, and it's only $5 a month, $4.99. We have perks high, a couple levels higher than that, but we have a private chat area, a little more intimate. We're all one big weather family, but it cracks me up sometimes. The money that I spend tipping. And sometimes the grief we get from subscribers when you figure, the website and all it takes and going live every day and twice a day, posting 10, 15, 20 times a day, 31 days a month. It's got to be worth $5. Anyway, all right. Well, we'll be live Friday. And we will see what's coming. There's really nothing long range coming, weather-wise. Things are kind of quiet. Heavy rain out west, obviously, but maybe another storm coming. Heavy rain 1718, but that's that. There's really just nothing on the horizon. That's kind of what happens. Oh man, check this out. Water vapor loop. Wow. Look at that sucker. This is weathermodels.com off of Twitter, but look at that. Man, incredible. You can check that out on Weather Models, but that's just the spinach out there going on. Water vapor loop. Hey, there's NASCAR. Oh my God. Oh, JR Motorsports. Oh God, what was that? Lightning. Holy cow. Dale Jr. Motorsports just had a lightning strike. Man. Anything else weather-wise? I don't see anything else. All right. Well, it's off to get Hunter. And we'll leave it on a satellite here. That's kind of a live look. Just keep the radar, radar open today. See what Mother Nature brings. Katie rocking the Conehead hoodie. That's right. Mike, have a great day out west, man. Hope you guys don't have too many mudslides. I actually have relatives that live in Oregon, which is north of there. Oh, there's good people out everywhere you go. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that's about it. I got nothing else to show and tell today. I gotta get some food in me or something. All right, so Friday we'll be back live, and I'm gonna post a future radar now, just kind of give everybody a heads up. Florida Peninsula, kind of curious what's happening. This thing's gonna fizzle out once it gets to I-4 tonight. We're gonna get a secondary little line in the morning. It looks like it's gonna work its way south a little bit, so there will be some action tomorrow. Nothing bad, but enough to wet things up. You don't want to be out there with your convertible knowing that there's rain on the horizon. So, all right, well, be good, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you Friday, all right? Cheers.